So we have some major news coming in, and this is to do with GTA 6, this is to do with Red Dead Online, and this is also to do with Rockstar Games. And I'm going to be going through all the latest news, sharing the facts, and then right at the end I'm going to be asking for your guys' opinions. But before I get into all of that news, I just want to quickly say that next week, starting Monday, I will be streaming over on Twitch. I'm hoping to stick to a schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you would like to be a part of those streams, I'll leave a link in the description down below. In addition to all of that, anything that I do say in this video will have a link in the description as well. So let's head over to the thing that started all of this news off. There is an article on Kotaku written by Jason Schreiber, and this is about the 18 months after Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar has made big cultural changes. You're welcome to read this article, but the whole point that Jason's trying to make is the working conditions within Rockstar Games and how they had to work 100-hour weeks just to push out Red Dead Redemption 2. There are some other major things to take note within this article, but the main talking point was the 100-hour weeks that employees had to work. And if you were part of the gaming industry like I am, this was a very major thing when it was first announced. And some of the quotes from employees is about them feeling relieved that finally this word got out, and hopefully from that point onwards things were about to change. And it looks like in the past 18 months Rockstar have tried to make changes. They state that it's not quite perfect yet, but they are working on it still, and they have taken a massive improvement towards the working conditions. So that is what the article is about. But the majority of people that read this article ended up taking away GTA 6 is the very next major game to be made, and that it is in early development. There is one paragraph that says this: one plan that management has laid out for the next game, a new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, is to start out with a moderately sized release that is then expanded with regular updates over time, which may help mitigate stress and crunch. So the point that Rockstar are trying to make here is that they're reducing the amount of time going into the game, so that should hopefully reduce stress on their employees. But obviously players saw the new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series, and that being the very next game. So GTA 6 is going to be the very next major game to be released by Rockstar, and they have said that it's not going to be as big to prevent stress on their staff. What will most likely happen is they will release a game, and then that game will then have single player DLC. I've seen some people say that because they're still in the process of making changes within a company, this is why we haven't got any single player for Red Dead Redemption 2. A lot of you guys were asking for Sadie Adler DLC, Undead Nightmare, and Rockstar have said that they have no plans to make any of that. And that's probably because they did bash out a 280-hour game for Red Dead Redemption 2, and if they were to add single player DLC, that's extra hours and probably would lead to employee stress and even crunch time. So that's probably why we haven't had it. The next big point within this article is that GTA 6 is still in early development, and this comes from this paragraph. But there's a catch: Rockstar's next big project is still in early development. When production ramps up and the game gets closer to launching, will overtime come with it? Will Rockstar's employees then face the pressure of months of crunch in order to finish all of the ambitious work it takes to make a Rockstar game? The changes have been good enough for me to stay and give them a chance, but let's see what happens down the road when the pressure of delivering a final product becomes reality. And yet again, this is a point of working conditions, but because it says Rockstar's next big project is still in early development, and we go back to the previous point that was made that states that GTA 6 is the very next major game which Rockstar will be releasing, readers have now put 2 and 2 together. So GTA 6 is still in early development. We have different players speculating what does early development mean, but a lot of players are very sad about this. From someone that comes from the gaming industry, early development could be an alpha build or even a beta. Alpha would include most mechanics but only a few assets, and there will most likely be gameplay bugs. It doesn't mean that the code has been done efficiently or the code has been optimized. The beta is the very next stage, and that will include all mechanics just like the alpha, and it will also include a lot of the artwork. But the point after the beta is about refining, and refining is the thing that takes the most time. Those assets may be in place, but they might not be the cleanest of assets. They're just there just as placeholder, and the code will still need to be optimized. So what you could be looking at is still a couple years within the making, and that is everything from this article that players are talking about. As said, its main purpose is to talk about working conditions, but a lot of players have taken the information about GTA 6, and there is a bit of information in there. So for all the GTA 6 YouTubers that are saying that it's going to be announced this day, or it's going to be announced this day, maybe just hold off, because you're not going going to be getting the game anytime soon. We're still a couple years away at least until we get this game. And going back to what I said earlier about the alpha, beta, and also refining, we're talking about Rockstar Games making the best of the best. Their refining is going to take longer than any other games company, just because of how polished the games are. So yeah, we do not need a ton of videos about how a GTA 6 announcement is soon, especially when the announcements that you make are wrong. We were supposed to get an announcement trailer for GTA 6 on the 25th of March. We're now halfway through April and we still haven't had that announcement. Likewise to everyone that replies to Rockstar's tweets about GTA 6 ? Even when someone has sadly passed away and you're just spamming Rockstar about GTA 6, maybe we could also stop that as well. So now that we know that GTA 6 is not coming anytime soon, what does it mean for Red Dead Online? As someone that's main focus is Red Dead Online, this is what I'm more interested about, because I know that GTA 6 is not coming anytime soon, and I've known that for quite some time. But to talk about Red Dead Online, I need to take you back to the Take-Two Interactive Q3 2019 earnings conference call transcript. This was released on February 6, 2019, and we have mentioned this before, but this is where Take-Two talk about how well they're doing as a business. And with the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, they were doing extremely well at this point. At the bottom here, we do get mention from Strauss Zelnick, and he says, so first of all, Red Dead Online early days is going great. Our expectations for what will happen in 2020 are driven by enhanced content drops. We feel terrific about it. It is, however, early days. And this was at the beginning of 2019. And they didn't mention what was about to happen within 2019. And at that point, Red Dead Online was completely dead. The updates that we were getting were player blips. And it was taking months and months and months for that to come out. We later found out within updates that 2019 is just there to build the foundation of Red Dead Online. And we find out that 2020 is the year for Red Dead Online. And that is why Strauss Zelnick says our expectations for what will happen in 2020. Now so far with 2020, things have not been good. With January, February, March, and also April this month, we have had nothing but constant bugs, especially if you're going to be trying to go through the Moonshine update. So things have not been too good, but I'm still very, very hopeful with the future. I'm still hoping that with the very next major update that we get, whenever that may be, I'm hoping that it will finally fix some of the issues, especially that Rockstar have said that their focus for 2020 is Red Dead. There was even mention from Rockstar at some point where they said that 2019 was going to be the end of Grand Theft Auto Online updates. And then when the GTA Online Casino update was released and the amount of players that played that game just skyrocketed, that is when Rockstar decided to carry on pushing updates. But I heard somewhere that Rockstar are taking it on a yearly basis. So if GTA Online does well for a year, they're going to carry on pushing updates the next year. If all of a sudden it does bad, that is when they stop pushing updates to GTA Online. But that is just something that I've heard, and I do not know if that is 100%. But as things currently stand, they will be pushing updates to GTA Online within 2020. And this could very well have an effect on updates that we get within Red Dead. Also, this may go without saying, but back when Strauss Zelnick said this in 2019, obviously he didn't know that coronavirus was going to be a thing. And that will 100% have an effect on what they push out. A lot of the employees are now working from home. They've had to take extreme precaution with how they've worked. As things currently stand, it looks like we will still be getting an update for Red Dead and everything by Rockstar Games is up and running. But that transition of working at the studio and then having employees working at home must have had a slight effect. But the final thing to say is that now that we know that GTA 6 is in development but it will not be coming out anytime soon, it's actually highlighted the opening of how much time can actually go into Red Dead Online. With all of these leaks coming out early 2019 of a Bully 2 or a GTA 6, I thought that there very well could be an announcement. And if there is an announcement for a Bully 2 or a GTA 6, it means all that attention from Red Dead Online goes all the way over to those games instead. And once those games are released, it means Red Dead will probably be dropped immediately. Now my worry of that is no longer a thing. We now have a couple years where Red Dead Online can start building up. We can start pushing for those major updates within the game. And most importantly, hopefully fans of Red Dead Online will not feel second best to GTA Online. I know that may be very ambitious to say, but every single time something happens, happens, it feels like the fan base of Red Dead gets absolutely screwed over, whereas the GTA Online fan base is living and they're happy with whatever content that they're able to get. So let's see how things go for the rest of 2020. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about all the information that I've talked about with this new article coming out from Kotaku, the working conditions for the Rockstar employees, GTA 6, Red Dead Online, and anything else that I've mentioned within this video. And as a final reminder, next Monday I will be setting up a Twitch stream. So if you do want to have a conversation with me about this specific topic, then feel free to just bring it up on stream. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going, so see ya.